What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes, and welcome to a new series. It's called Pick and Play. And now, some of you guys, I don't know, I'm sure there could be something kind of like this out there, but maybe not. I asked you guys on Twitter, I said I needed your help. I need you to go over to my Facebook page, and I need you to vote, or pick two numbers for me. The first number between 1 and 36, even though I meant 35, I said 36, and that's okay. And the second number between 1 and 16. Now, the reason that we went between 1 and 35 is because there are 35 different leagues in Ultimate Team this year, and so I'm going to build a team based on that league. And you guys, of course, being the loyal and wonderful subscribers that you are, chose the number 69 because you're so very helpful, and I thank you for that. And so the second number was 7, and I didn't really want to go with 7. I'll explain why in a bit. So I went with 69. Now, obviously, 69 isn't a number between 1 and 35, but if I count up to 69, it's still going to give me a league, right? We'll just keep hitting over until it gives us a league. The next one, 1 through 16, and that's for the different formations in Ultimate Team this year. You've got 16 different possibilities that are out there, and so I needed you guys to select the formation. So the goal is going to be to pick a random formation and a random league and build the best team possible, and then go out and try to win the Gold Cup, which is something that I tend to like doing. So going to count it out to 7. As you see on the screen, 7 lands us on the 4-2-3-1. Not too shabby. Pretty darn strong formation, and one that I'm semi-familiar with using. But even if it gives us a bad league on here, you can kind of slow play the 4-2-3-1 and do a very calm and concise build-up. Just look for that last killer pass. It's not really a pace-heavy formation, though, of course. If you have really pacey players on the wing and up front, you can surely take advantage of that. And now we're going to move on down to the possible leagues that we can use. So 69, we're going to go ahead and count that out. I'm going to take a short break. We'll come back once we get to 69, and we'll see where we end up. Of course, you guys can count it out with me. Barclays Premier League will be 1. We're going to just go over clicking right, and that's where we're going to go ahead and do. So onwards and upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Onwards we go again. So 35 all the way through. Gonna keep on going this time, starting with 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. There it is. 69 is the A League. So we're going to be using the A League, a team that I have, or a league that I have no real knowledge of and no experience using on Ultimate Team. I don't really know who their best players are. I don't know what formation will fit them the best, but that doesn't matter because we already have our formation selected for us. So I'm going to go ahead, go buy the best possible team that I can, hopefully come up with in the 4-2-3-1 formation. And then we're going to go out, we're going to try to win that Gold Cup. If you guys want to skip ahead to the gameplay, I'll leave a link somewhere on the screen or a message in the description down below. You can just skip on ahead to that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, I am back, so we're going to scratch the pick and play title. I think I'm going to go with pick a number. As you can see, we still got the Facebook stuff up on the screen right there, letting you guys know what the numbers are. But this is the team that I came up with. And as you can see, the A-League is really lacking in gold. It's lacking in pace, but it does have a few informs, so that is also kind of cool. The fastest player on the team is that left attacking mid right now. We're going to go ahead, keep those Central Coast Mariner players together. It's not necessarily better for chemistry because they all play in the same league, but it just kind of gives me a better peace of mind, I suppose, and lets me think that, hey, you know what, they actually might have that little bit more chemistry. Our striker is Berisha. Our center forward is Thompson, moved back from a striker. Left attacking mid, Vidosic. Over on the left center defensive mid is Malik. Right attacking mid, Broik. And he is the lone German on this side, and I didn't really expect to find a German in Australia, but lo and behold, there he is. We've got a man from Malta, and that is, hold on, we're going to get that right back. Apologies for the little exit out and back in. We all have those misclicks or miss button presses every so often. The man from Malta, our center backs, we've got Sainsbury over, and he's 62 pace, but his defending is actually kind of good. He was actually kind of surprising at how well he did. We've got Bojic over on the right, Sainsbury center back, Ryan in net, Smith as our other center back, and Rose over on the left. So a very, very pacey defense. I'm not sure what the paciest player is. Maybe 78 pace. My center backs have a whopping like 62 and 64 pace. And a left back with 73 pace. But that's the best side that I could possibly put together. Now, I think I went back and looked at the A-League a little bit later, and the right mid and left mid positions in the A-League are actually pretty decent. That's really, I should have been hoping for a formation with a left mid and a right mid, and after looking at this, I'm really glad that I didn't get a formation with 3 center backs, because finding 3 really strong center backs from the A-League might have been difficult. But we're on into the Gold Cup. And when you go into the Gold Cup, you always hope that you're going to have that cupcake first round matchup. You hope, you know what, let's get this thing rolling. I have yet to play a game with this squad, so kind of give me an easier match. Maybe a guy without perfect chemistry, or oh my gosh, that is not the team that I wanted to see. When I saw this, I kind of cringed a little inside, because the amount of pace that he has up top is just unreal. However, we're on forward, 4th minute. Broik with his sterling 64 pace bombing up the pitch, but change of directions have no impact on pace. And when you go top net like that in the 6th minute, it gives you a wonderful feeling of hope that, hey, you know what, this just might be possible. And when you feel like it might be possible, certainly it can be. But when you tackle it away and then your keeper saves a shot that's clearly going to go wide, and Thomas Muller knocks in the rebound, you start to wonder if it was really meant to be, especially when it's only 10 minutes later on the game clock. And then just a bit after that, Marco Reus knocks home another one for him, bringing him to 2-1. Unlucky stuff. We managed to win it back just after halftime, 50th minute right here. See Vidosic making a nice run over there. Going to just step inside and crush this into the far corner. Vidosic, I'm not quite sure what his work rates are, but I would be willing to bet that they are high attacking, low defending, because he kind of hangs out up there with the center forward and the striker more often than not, giving me a 3-man counterattack. That is just sloppy play for me on the screen right there. Just forgot who I was playing with and used the sprint button with one of my defenders to bomb forward. What was I thinking in my own half? That is an absolute no-no. That's a defensive tip for you guys either. Don't do things with defenders if you don't care about, or if you care about getting countered. So I give up a really easy goal off a wonderful strike from Götze. Get taken down in the box there, trying to cross it, across the face of goal. He went for a little slide tackle. We're going to go ahead and we're going to give this, I believe, to Vidosic. He seems to have better accuracy. I don't know. It's just one of those things with me that's like, I know they got a penalty rating, but if the accuracy is good as well. Top net penalty, and I usually do the 1-1000, 2-1000 count. On this one, I'm going to go with just a 1-1000 straight up on the left stick, and it manages to go into the net. If they don't hit up on the right stick, then they will be unable to stop those penalties that are straight up, straight down the middle. Just after that, he gives it away again. 79th minute, still feeling strong, feeling like I got a bit of momentum, and it's Berisha breaking free. He panics right here, goes for a slide tackle. Easy to skip on by, hit that in at the near post, and we have our 4-3 lead. Dead fish or salmon, whatever you want to call it, and all. That is a victory in the first round. I could not have asked for anything better, and I'm feeling on top of the world right now. I didn't really think, you know, the A-League side, as you can see, he had a lot of shots on goal as well. He was countering pretty well, but the informed keeper, Ryan, did his job, kept everything out of the back of the net, and I was really, there are 2 informed goalkeepers in the A-League. I chose Ryan. He had better reflexes, I think better of the top 2 stats, and maybe better positioning. Don't quote me on that, but I decided that he was the better of the 2 options, and that he was going to be the one that I went with. Going up against the losing team is the name of his squad right here. B-Ball King. He's got Balotelli up front and plenty of pace. Get the luckiest goal I think I've scored in all of FIFA 13 this year. Deflects off of his player, deflects off of my player, and what do you know? Thompson is free on goal and just has to tap it in from point blank range. That is not going to happen for me again for a long time. And then I make a foolish error and try to tackle a much pacier player without closing the gap. And when I say tackle, I'm referring to slide tackling. That was a mistake. Balotelli makes me pay. We end up going into extra time. These are the game time stats. When you play with slower teams and when you don't have the, I guess, the pace that a lot of the top gold teams might have, you have to play slower. You can't. Now that's not to say that there aren't going to be opportunities to counter, but you don't want to be holding the sprint button, because these lower rated players with their lower rated dribbling, lower rated passing, they are going to give it up when you hold the sprint button. They don't have the ball control to be able to sprint with it and try to dribble around a player at the same time. They just end up losing it, plain and simple. He guesses that I'll cut back inside, and it's Thompson knocking it top net, near post. All of it oh so OP and oh so lovely. 102nd minute, giving us the lead in extra time after a nice bit of work all the way from my end down to his and into the back of the net. He gives it up just before the break in extra time. It's Thompson again finding Berisha, and this time Berisha's going to lay it off to Rose. And how about this? Back to Berisha. Give me some of that bicicleta. Absolute bit of dirty talk there in the 105th minute. Didn't see that one coming. Not gonna lie, I was shocked that he pulled it off, but every so often when it pops up like that, you gotta hold the left trigger down to go for the extravagant. And when you get a result like that in extra time to give you that 2-goal lead, there's nothing you can do but smile. I will take that 10 times out of 10. Lovely little pass in on through again. Just gonna step inside with Berisha, and he was feeling it after that. Knocks another one home. 119th minute, ends up being a convincing 4-1 victory in the second round of the tournament. So with 2 games under our belt, 2 games left in the tournament, I'm actually feeling pretty confident at this point because I've been able to score goals. That was always the nervous part for me, was, these guys really don't have stellar pacey attackers or outside wingers that are going to be able to bomb up the pitch. Vidosic, a little bit of an exception because he does have over 80 pace and he does like to get forward. And then the question was, these center backs really going to be able to hold off, the Balotelli Aguero combos and the Royce Gomez combos, things of that nature. Will I be able to make do with that? Just please no Brazil. Welliton and Pato in a 4-2-3-1. This guy was actually a subscriber, Gold Cletus 69 and Real Social Dad. He makes a mistake right here in the beginning, and when you're playing the 4-2-3-1 formation, you do have those 2 center mids, and you do have two attacking players that will be willing to counter for you. So if he gives it up with if your opponent gives it up with one of their 2 center defensive mid players or any of their holding midfielders, be looking for the run that your striker's gonna make. Odds are, if they're semi-decent, they're gonna try to make a through run, and you just have to time your pass. Another lovely little chip through ball to right there to Thompson. He never saw it coming, and that is a wonderful finish. Archie Thompson, actually a quality player. I would recommend, if you feel like trying something new out, go ahead and pick him up, throw him on the bench. Tell me what you think. Leave that in the comments below if you've used him before as well. I'm always curious to know, have you guys tried out any of these guys? As I said before, the team or the price for this squad, really pretty cheap. Everybody, barring the informs, I think costs less than 300 coins. And the informs, I think, cost somewhere around 10,000 coins a piece. I want to say one of them I paid 20,000 for, but well worth it as far as I'm concerned. Lovely pass again, beating his entire defense with that super pace that Thompson has. I think it's somewhere around 78 pace, so really not super pace at all, but enough to do the job. I make a massive error right there. I try to make a cheeky lobbed pass, and it did not work. He managed to intercept it, and when someone intercepts it like that, it's just FIFA's way of saying, I don't think so. There's a good chance that they're going to score from that. But Broik picking it up right here. Broik kind of slotted in as a center mid from time to time. He kind of got lost after that first goal he scored for us in the first game. I didn't really notice him too much. Thompson, nice bit of work on the wing, doing a little bit of step over action. He actually has relatively close ball control, and he skips by all of his defenders right here. Gets a little lucky to keep it, but going to turn it around. One more body feint inside, slots it in at the far corner. 90th minute goal. We'll take that. Well-deserved. Well done, Archie. So that is 3 games down and under our belt. 4-2, the final score right there. And with only 1 game to go in the Gold Cup, there's one thing on my mind. Please don't give me a Messi. Please don't give me a Ronaldo to play against. Those players are massively difficult to play against when you have lower rated teams because they still manage to bully out your entire team. And with that done, I'm going to send this guy a quick message. If you guys send me a message after the game saying you're a sub, more often than not, I'm going to say, really appreciate the support, man. He asked if this would be in Path to Power tomorrow. I said, I think it'll be a new thing because it is. And I'll also need your feedback at the end. If you like this, I kind of like that whole randomness thing with what your squad's going to be and how you know what, this exposed me to 11 players on Ultimate Team that I probably never would have picked up and played with before, in a formation that I felt a little hot and cold about, but now I'm feeling really positive about, because slow playing the 4-2-3-1 is the way to go. This guy's got some crazy jerseys going on. Thank goodness, no Messi, no Ronaldo. But no matter, first minute, I didn't show it. He subbed on Ronaldo instead of Christian Theo. So all is right in the world. I did have a Ronaldo in the final. Lovely little over-the-top through ball. Somehow it makes its way to Vidosic off a deflection, 45th minute. That's a goal. We'll take the lead going into halftime regardless. So with our 1-0 lead going into halftime, we're now just after the break, and he is on the break for himself. Gives up possession here. He was really just trying to run at me as fast as he possibly could with Di Maria and Ronaldo on the wings, Jose Callejon in the middle. So he had pace, and he had pace for days. You're going to see one thing that I do a lot of times is kind of with these lower rated players, I kind of do circles just to hold the ball, and it's one of those things that people don't take advantage of enough on FIFA. As soon as somebody goes in to try to push you off the ball, if you rotate your stick in the opposite direction towards your opposite shoulder, you're going to be able to spin on by them more often than not. So try to keep that in mind. Try to work on that. It works extremely well. Lovely bit of work. Again, body feints inside, in and around the box do wonders. This guy knocks one home. Trochovsky putting it away off of a perfect little cross from Ronaldo. Triple taps right to his foot. 2-1 right now, 57th minute. I'm just praying not a comeback, not a comeback. So that leaves us at 2-1, but shortly thereafter, Berisha, nice bit of work, another little body feint, taking it back down to the end line. If there's anything that I've taught you guys about beating that last guy in the box, it's be unpredictable. Go back over to your player's strong foot, even if it means not cutting inside to hit it at the far post. Lovely strike there, leaves us at 3-1. Massive defensive fail for me right here. Why was I sliding? I thought he'd open up and try to finesse with Ronaldo to the far post, and I'd go for the block. No matter, Ronaldo just sort of fluffs it in, and my defender knocks it into the back of his own net to bring it 3-2. And when things like that happen in FIFA, generally FIFA makes you pay. But he makes some terrible defensive errors right here, and we're going to just knock this one. I tried to go for a chip, but it went to Vidosic, and because he put on Ronaldo as a sub, I went for a little right bumper A, fancy pass into the back of the net, and as long as there's not somebody across the face of the goal for you, you're going to be able to knock that in very, very easily with the right bumper A, just the way that you're facing a little bit of a back heel. And we have a first win in the pick a number series. You guys let me know what you think about this series in the comments down below. I will read all of them for this episode. I want to thank you for your support. If you did enjoy it, a like or thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.